This is Thursday, September, let's guess 29th, maybe, somewhere around there. 2023 in Buffalo, New York. Let's look at the sky. Blue sky, probably 70. Light breeze. For end of September in Buffalo, this is beautiful, beautiful weather. So anyways, here we got chainsaw bucket. This is part of the trail we had did a little trimming on before, but there was a tree that was down here, and we did some trimming just so we can get underneath it. But someone has since cut this log that was a tree stuck over back in here, leaning up this way and then over onto the other side of the fence. So someone trimmed up on that side of the fence, came over and cut this so it would fall and not be a hazard. That's a good thing. But I think we're going to try to take a chainsaw, cut this, and put that on the cart. Or this, we might have to get the log dolly, you know. We'll see. We'll cut them and see if I get them on the dolly. If not, we'll get or get them on the cart. If not, the log dolly. And then look at all this stuff. Like, this is just, it needs to get trimmed up. So this is, you know, all this. Let's look at it this way. See, it's all outside the fence line. Those are brambles, so prickly, so unpleasant when you drive near them. And this is definitely grown tall. So, you know, there's cutting to be done in the spring and cutting to be done in the fall. The fall, you don't want to do too early because it's really nice. I got goldenrod, makes me sneeze, but we got white flowers. There's a bunch of purple flowers down there. We got leaves changing, so it's nice to keep the foliage, if that's how you pronounce it, as long as possible in the fall here. But in Buffalo it changes quickly. So yeah, let's take a look over here. I think there's some purple flowers, you know, really pretty. Yeah, take a look at these. Yep. So it's nice and colorful in the fall. We'd like to let it last and enjoy it as long as possible, but it changes quickly. Like, it could snow. It has snowed the first week in October here, like feet of snow, and then it's just wet for 5-6 months. You can't get back here. So it's always that couple of week period where you have time where it's dry and the weather's good, and you can get back here and trim up a fall cutting. So this is cleared out, so in the spring it can start anew. So we'll see how much of that we can get started today, but definitely want to work on these. Alright, we were able to get 2 on there. They weren't too bad. I kind of tipped them, lifted them up, pushed them. We'll take these 2 back. I wasn't going to use them for firewood, but these are long enough and big enough. I think we're going to like make maybe 4x4s out of them for maybe 5x5s. For our stacking our wood. Then I had to come back and get this one, and I might bring the brush cutter and the pole saw, because this is unpleasant to drive in here. All the brambles hanging over, trying to avoid them. Yeah, it needs to get attention. We got the 3rd log on here, and we brought the brush cutter and the pole saw and the combi. So let's just take a quick look. So what we're going to do is going to take the brush cutter. We're going to come through, and like, this is all like, it's hard to like maneuver through. So we're going to take a brush cutter and we're going to clean up this side, and then I think we're going to clean up a little bit of this. We got mosquitoes back here. What the hell is mosquitoes doing out in September? Alright, so it's going to be the plan. We're going to just clean up a little bit and head back. Alright, first pass with brush cutter. Let's see what she looks like. So I was able to clear out a lot of this overgrowth in here, which helps with all the stuff that hangs over. I think we might even take the riding mower through here just to mulch up and take care of this. And now we're gonna have to get the pole saw and clean up some of this overhead stuff. Too many vines are making a mess of things. Yeah, we cleaned up pretty good along the fence line here with the brush cutter. Just gotta be careful not to hit the chain link. So you can see over here there's quite a bit of room to get underneath, but then you ding the poles if you don't see it, so I have to go slow. I might put the other brush cutter on, a less expensive one. It doesn't have, it has wider blades. I think it would be easier to get underneath here. Well, this was more than I expected for pole saw trimming, but it needed it. So we didn't get really to clean up the fence line here, but we did clean up stuff in here. I'm not going to have time to take the mower and clean up the stuff on the ground, but this corner here was pretty bad. This all had to get cleaned up in here. All this stuff was overhanging from intertwined shrubs through there, so we cleaned this up. Made another brush pile, and we stopped. So we'll have to come back and finish with the pole saw and the mower deck. Yeah, well, cleaned up quite a bit, a little at a time.